Today on Honest Reviews, we are doing a smart buy test. That's where we take 3 different products at 3 different price points to see which one is the smart buy for your money. And today we are looking at coffee thermoses. We picked 3 of the most popular ones at 3 different price points, and we are going to test them. We've got the Contigo that's coming in currently at $11.69. That is a sale price, but that's a really great price that you can get it for. This one on Amazon.com right now is between $22 and $25 US, depending on what color you choose. So that's like our middle point. And then the Yeti right now on Amazon is $30 US. So, we kind of have a fair range of price difference. In terms of ratings, we chose these 3 because they were all really highly rated. We wanted to try to pick like the best in each category. So the Yeti is 4.8 stars with 8,524 ratings. That is really, really high. The Zojurushi is 4.7 stars, right there, 8,691 ratings. So these are basically both incredibly highly rated, lots of ratings. The Contigo comes in at 4.5 stars, a little bit lower, 30,316 ratings though. So you can see that like 4.5, 4.7, 4.8, all with thousands of reviews. These are all really, really well made and well liked thermoses. So let's dig in deeper and find out some more of the differences. In terms of design, they're all quite different. Now, these 2 are 16 ounces and this one is 20, but you can see that, this one's the tallest. This one is like wide, this one's wide. They're kind of all over the place. They will all fit in a standard cup holder. Even this one is designed to fit in a standard cup holder. So in your car, that kind of thing, you're gonna be okay. But one thing I will mention is that when it comes to say like a water bottle pocket on the side of a backpack, that's where it might differ a little bit. This one is so narrow. You can see that difference there. They are different volume, of course, but the Zojurushi here is designed to be incredibly small. So I have a backpack that has very narrow side pockets, but this will fit no problem. This absolutely will not fit. And for me, that's important. I really like carrying these things on the side of my bag just in case of spills. These 2 have the same volume, and you can see still the Zojurushi is the most narrow. So if that's something that's important to you, that is a big difference. Let's talk about the lids. They are all very different lids. From the Contigo, we have like an auto seal lid. So you press the button and it opens up the lid like that. Do that again, press the button, the lid opens up. And it is a one-handed design. So I just press the button, I drink, I let go, and it's closed and it's spill proof. I have one of these. I find it really easy to use and I don't have to remember to lock the lid or anything. It's convenient and it's quick. There's also a lock on here where you push that down, and now if I push this button, it won't even open in case you're putting it in your backpack or something and you want to make sure it doesn't spill. So that's very handy. The lid just comes off like this and you have a really wide mouth there, which is easy for putting in ice cubes and that kind of stuff. And that's very, very simple. So that's the lid over here. Zojurushi, a little bit different, also has a lock here. So when I have it locked and I press the button, it does not open. And then I can unlock it. And then that's how it opens up. You drink from kind of a different style here. Now it's open and it just comes through there. This lid also kind of pulls back like this and locks back so that it's not going to hit you in the face when you're drinking, which is a little bit of Japanese thoughtfulness. And then you just close it back up like that. So the lid comes off in a very similar manner. And you've still got that wide opening there for ice cubes. Now finally, the Yeti. Different here. So this one is technically not spill proof the way these 2 are marketed as spill proof. This one, I think they say slosh proof. So you don't have to worry about it coming out sloshing, but this is not a lid that's designed to be completely spill proof. Don't put this in your backpack. But this lid is still really interesting, and that was why we picked it. So I'm going to take it off here and give you a look at it. For one, the lid is clear. which makes it easier for you to know when you need to refill your beverage. Like if you're getting low, these ones, you can't look inside, you can't tell. So that's pretty neat. The lid itself here is also magnetic. So the thing that is holding it closed is a magnet, just like that. So once it's closed, it's like, it's not going to fall anywhere, but it's a magnetic closure, which means that it's a little bit easier to clean because there's less pieces there. You can see that this lid is much more simple than these two. So that's interesting. There's also kind of like that little rubber, seal there just to make sure that everything is sealed up nice and tight, and the lid just goes on like that. They all come in a fair number of colors. The Yeti probably has the fewest number of colors. There's probably around, I'm just guessing, like 6. Zojurushi, tons. Contigo, tons. But I will say that, personally, I think this one is kind of like the coolest looking. I like how minimal this one is. This one, like, you don't get any cool points for this, but it looks fine. The coating on this one, the colorful coating here, is designed to be super duper duper robust. It is not meant to chip. It is not meant to flake. And if it does, like, get in touch with the company, because this is supposed to really be able to handle a lot of wear and tear. This one, on the other hand, I think is a lot more delicate. This coating, it comes in different colors, but I have seen lots of people find that it comes off. And as far as I know, that's not actually covered by any sort of warranty on this one. And then these ones, like, they're cheap. I've seen tons where all of the colorful stuff on the outside is flaking as well. So this one definitely gets a more, higher points. The texture as well, it's kind of hard to see. A bit rough. There's definitely some texture there, and that is meant to, like, make it easier to grip. And it's also not meant to have any, like, sweating on the outside, is what they say, so that it's not getting slippery and hard for you to hold on to. Now, I have fairly small hands, and I will say that, like, holding this is a bit of a stretch for me. It would not be comfortable for, like, long periods of time, whereas this one, like, you can see my hand goes almost all the way around versus this one. So this one is definitely much wider. Obviously, it has more volume, but that is something to note, just in case that's important to you. And then the Contigo kind of has this narrower part at the top where you're meant to hold it. And then the lip at the top kind of makes it easy to hold. Now, a very important thing, I think, when buying something like this is to think about how you're going to clean it, because you'll be doing that all the time. And if it's easy, you don't even think about it. If it's hard, it gets really, really frustrating. And these are all different. The Yeti definitely wins because everything here is dishwasher safe, which is fantastic. That is what I always prefer. The Contigo, the lid comes off, and it's one piece. It's quite simple. This kind of pops up so you can get underneath. And this lid is top rack dishwasher safe, so you can just pop it in there, make sure it's clean. The body is hand wash only. I think that is especially something that could cause all the color to flake if you have a colorful one. Now, finally, the Zojurushi is all hand wash. None of this can go in the dishwasher. Okay, now it's time to do the spill test. Now, in terms of what the manufacturers had said, this one is spill proof. This one is spill proof. This one, they say it's slosh proof. So this is definitely not meant to be spill proof at all. We'll start with our Contigo, and I am going to make sure that it is locked. Turn that lock on, and then just filled with water, obviously, but right now, press this button. And still nothing coming out. Even pushing this button on the side here, the lock's on. All right, nothing. Not a single drop. Nothing's coming out of that. You could definitely put that in your backpack and not worry about it. Now, the Zojurushi, definitely known for being very spill proof. The lid, completely closes. I've got the lock on here, over here. Everything's closed. Press that button. Still pressing the button here just in case, something in your bag pushes on it. Nothing coming out. So that's helpful. Let's try this though. We've got like teeny little bits of water on there, but it's not like there's this big gush of stuff that's collected in the top. So you would still be okay if you open that up and didn't look foolish as soon as you went to drink it. Now this one, make sure that lid's on. Make sure this part is closed. And let's see, we'll start by sloshing it. Yeah, there's already water coming out, just like sloshing it like this that you'd have going on when you're even just driving a bumpy road. And then it just pours out as soon as it goes upside down. Okay, so now we are going to do the temperature test. And we're just going to do hot water here because essentially whichever one of these can retain that heat the best is also going to be the one that can keep things coldest for the longest. So we're just really looking for which one has the best insulation, and hot water is going to help us figure that out. So I've just boiled this water. I'm going to pour it into each of these, put the lids on, and then we are going to wait. We are going to wait a bunch of time, and then we'll come back and we will use this temperature gun, and we will check the temperature of the water and see which one has the highest temperature, the best heat retention, and that will be the winner of this part of the test. All right, let's get the water in there. Those are all pretty filled up to the point where I think you would put a hot beverage in. So I'm going to put the lids on right away. Don't let that heat come out. All of those are on very tight. No leaks, no, lids open. And we will check back in later.
Okay, so this is after 7 hours. Yeti is at 49. Zojurushi is at 68, 69. And the Contigo is at 49.
Okay, now at the end of it all, which one is the smart buy? And as usual, this kind of depends on what your criteria are. I think each of these is obviously a really, really solid choice depending on what you're looking for. The Yeti, it's not going to keep things hot as long, and it's definitely not spill proof at all, but they describe it as over-engineered. It is supposed to be incredibly durable. So if that is what you're looking for, something that you can just throw in the dishwasher, you don't have to worry about it. Say you're working like at a construction site or in your backyard, or you're out like camping and you don't want to have to be precious. This one is the toughest, the most robust, and that is something that a lot of people will spend that extra money for. So really, I think these two are more in line with each other in terms of spill proof. Put them in your backpack, you're good to go. So when it comes to these two, what is the smart buy? For me personally, I like a deal, and I like things that I don't have to hand wash. And so for me, I would go with the Contigo. I have the stainless steel ones, and even though it says not to put them in the dishwasher, I always do, and I've had them for years. It's never been a problem. If you get the ones with like the paint coating, it probably will flake off, but if you get one of these, so easy to take care of it. It doesn't spill. It keeps my drinks hot long enough for me. I am not someone to spend, 6 hours drinking one mug of coffee. I drink it within, 30 minutes. It stays warm. I'm happy. So for me, at the price point, this one is just like, I can't beat it. I like not having to worry about how much I've spent on it. But if for you, heat retention is like the most important thing, you want to know that your drink is going to be hot, 8 hours later or 6 for sure. This is the one to go for because it just really can do that so well. It also looks the best. I think I like this design the best out of all of them. There's lots of different colors. They all look beautiful. The Contigo just looks like a thermos, you know, but this is pretty. But for me, in the end, ease of use and price win out. But that's just me. Why don't you leave me a comment and let me know what you think your smart buy would be? You can also leave me a comment and let me know what else you would like to see in our smart buy series, where we compare 3 different things at different price points to see which one is the smartest for your money. Really looking forward to doing more of these, and we'd like to hear what you would like to see. Make sure to subscribe so you can see those coming up, and give me a thumbs up if you found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.